Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? Well, before we get started, grab your coffee, maybe a snack or two, and let's get into it, okay? So this email was sent to me by my mechanic, and you guys all know him as Dirty White Boy, right? And he sent this to me just the other day, and it was sent to him in an email from the Department of Agricultural and Consumer Services. And when he sent this to me, I read it and I'm like, what the heck? So I read it, and this is what it says. Protect against malicious cyber activity. The U.S. government has warned that the U.S. homeland may be at a heightened risk for malicious cyber activity. Evolving intelligence indicates the Russian government may be exploring options for potential cyber attacks in response to recent economic sanctions. Since much of the nation's critical infrastructure is owned and operated by the private sector, organizations and other entities have been urged to take protective measures. For more information and recommendations on how to protect against this potential threat, visit... hang on. Sorry, a siren went by. My dog started to howl. I will put the link in the description box below, but it's www.cisa.gov/shields/u. Okay, so I'll put that link in the description box below so you guys can see. Wow. Okay, so it's just interesting. It's interesting that a small business owner would be sent something like that, So then here's something for you, okay? This subscriber says, okay, so I'm disabled and my car died a couple of months ago. So I've been periodically ordering groceries from the delivery services from grocery stores in my area. We all do that. I do that through Kroger, through Sam's Club, things like that. So not only are they telling me that the whole supply chain is broken, but just yesterday, I have to call because my order was late by almost an hour, which is very out of the unusual. So I gave them a call and asked Trade Out what's going on. And I asked this in connection with the fact that I have to sign for my order the other day, and I didn't have any alcohol in my order. So they're saying that they don't have the manpower anymore, and they're not using third party anymore because everyone is done stealing everything because prices are too high and just the lack of items. So what I'm getting from this so far is that the third party, like delivery companies, they're stealing the groceries. Is that what is going on here? Huh. So Heb, which is that grocery store, HEB, told me straight out that what we have about 3 months, and I'm going, what you mean by 3 months? And they're like, well, confidentially, we're looking at about 3 to 4 months of essential items because simple fact that they're not getting any orders in. So the grocery store is not getting the orders in? And I talked to this guy from Walmart's, and he said that was all the Walmart posters. What they're doing is they're taking all that stuff the other Walmart and they're giving it to the ones that are still open. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard about this. I did. So that's why the expiration dates are changing. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And not just that, I've been buying food on Amazon, and you know what? All the Champ food I buy on Amazon is all spoiled. I have to ask them to give me my money back. The food from Amazon is the worst food because they got like racing dates on cans for 2 months from now. Racing dates. You mean expiration dates? When they should be 2 years from now. Yeah, I know. I've been noticing that myself, even just food shopping from Kroger. I've been noticing that. I think what they're doing is they're giving us people, the ones at home, the crappy food. You know, we get all the dented cans, we get all the dog food, the spam kinds of food. Yeah, I get it. And not just that, I just had, this goes further. They're also saying that they're losing a lot of money, so they're not going to be using third-party services pretty soon. They're going to do everything from in-house. Not just now, but also because the third party can't pay for gas. Makes sense. So I think we're going to see the delivery grocery services go down first, because back in the day when this first started with Instacart, I was able to get the best food, the most quality. My daughter brought her baby here to visit, and I ordered some baby food, and let me tell you, the baby food was something like my dog when he goes for a walk. Oh, God's sakes, really? That's horrible. Thank you for sending me that. Yeah. It's, it's time, like, especially when it comes to baby food. It's very easy to make your own homemade baby food, okay? I know there's not going to be any preservatives in it, but pressure can it. Pressure can it, water bath can it, however you want to do it, okay? When Andrew was little and I first started him on baby food, because he started on baby food much earlier than, your average child would. He started on fruits when he was 5 months old. And I right away started making my own baby food. I never gave him anything out of a jar, ever. So, now is the time to start to make your own baby food, and pressure can it, preserve it. It's time. It's time. It really is. So, here's something for you, okay? Talking about babies. Okay, we've had this discussion in the past when it comes to formula, baby formula. This subscriber said, I'm forwarding this post to you. How crazy it's getting. Oh my gosh, especially for those that have little ones. Yeah. Yeah. My sister is going to have a baby in the next few months, and I'm so nervous for her. And it's from Peabody, Massachusetts. It's a group called Mom Talk. And the post says, formula update. Market Basket Danvers, Danvers. I was at the Market Basket in Danvers last week talking to the cashier about baby food. And she mentioned they keep their baby formula up front. I have no idea what they have, as I did not need it. But it's locked up at the very front with the front end manager at their podium in front of the windows. You just have to ask the cashier. Like I said, not sure what they have, but Figured I would pass this along as the shelves are empty and no sign saying to ask up front. Hope this might help someone. Are they doing this with just baby food or formula as well? That's my question. So here's another PDF for you, but I'll read a little bit of it, of a summary for you, okay? This was sent to me by a subscriber, and she said, I found this website. It just has a PDF. I didn't read much about diesel rationing, okay? Summary, they are basically going to determine rationing of gas by how much you buy. Beautiful. And that's what I understand it to be saying, which has me thinking, how are they going to know how much you are buying per month if you are not using membership cards to get the cheaper gas? When the gas prices start to skyrocket earlier this month, I noticed Chevron has switched to non-member price for their gas and a member price. If you are not a member, you pay 16 cents more per gallon. Yeah. You know who else does that? Shell. There's a few Shell gas stations that it's not a member price, but you pay more if you use a credit or debit card than if you use cash. They charge you, I think it's like 10 cents more a gallon or something like that. Yeah. She said, I suppose the other option to determine gas usage is from your car insurance, since they always ask how many miles a day you drive to and from work and for pleasure driving. This just makes me mad. The whole thing makes me mad. They are up in our business all the time. Well, of course they are. It's ridiculous. Hi, Storm. What's going on? So here's the gist of it, okay? So if you want the PDF, you know, let me see. Can I okay, I can copy and paste it. So, or not copy and paste. Well, I'll leave the link in the description box below, because you guys know to always go to the description box below for all the good stuff. It's a source from the Office of Scientific and Technical Information, is a component of the Office of Science within the U.S. Department of Energy. It doesn't give a timeline. It's 110 pages long, but she said what she finds interesting will be on pages 8, 13, 14, 15, and 21. This is page 14 below. Okay. Okay, so she gave me a little summary. Page 14, plan summary. The proposed contingency rationing plan would require FEA distribute ration rights to all gasoline consumers. Coupons, too, for individual and ration credits for firms. These ration rights would be required for all purchases of gasoline. Ration rights could be freely transferred so that persons in need of extra coupons could buy them from persons with coupons to spare. What? Diesel fuel rationing could be achieved for wholesale purchases through the FEA Middle Distillate Allocation Program, 10 CFR Part 211, Subpart G. Retail purchases of diesel fuel would be made to persons holding special FEA diesel account cards similar to common credit cards, and to persons with gasoline rationing coupons whose vehicles use diesel fuel. A complete description of the proposed rationing plan is provided in Part B of this report. 3, baseline for study. The baseline used to measure environmental impacts. Page 15. Duration of rationing. The rationing plan is assumed to be in effect for less than 2 years. The EPCA limits the life of rationing to 9 months, but the authors of the plan assume that Congress would extend the rationing program as long as necessary during an oil import embargo. The plan further assumes that political, diplomatic, and economic pressures on oil exporting countries would lead to an end to an embargo within 18 months. The significance of this duration for the environmental assessment is that most rationing impacts are temporary, generally disappearing at the end of the rationing program. Page 21, 1.2 Summary of Plan Operation. The gasoline rationing plan controls the sale of gasoline to consumers by requiring that all consumers present to their gasoline suppliers ration coupons or ration credit checks according to the quantity of gasoline purchased. These ration rights would be periodically distributed to consumers of gasoline according to end-use priority classifications and according to the estimated total quantity of gasoline available for sale within the United States during a ration period. Well, ain't this some bullshit? My gosh. I mean, really? Holy smokerella. Okay. Commercial break. Okay. So this subscriber, she went to Walmart in Washington State for some last minute items. And she said, I can't thank you and your other subscribers enough. Gave me the idea to note the prices on shelves versus what the checkout is ringing up. I did as suggested and went to self-checkout, and wouldn't you know it, the caramel sauce rang up as $3.12 when you could see it should have been $1.88. The tool set that was priced at $17.88 rang up as $1 more. But the biggest shock was the last photo that rang up for $5 more, from $29.88 to $34.88. I could not take the pictures at checkout because they would have made a fit over it. But I do have the original pricing to show at least. I will definitely be keeping my eye out. Wow, what a joke. So this subscriber, she said, Bessie and Daisy catch a cold. Stay tuned, boys and girls. Beef cattle. So this picture was sent to me, and what a shock to the system when I saw this. I was like, oh my gosh, this was literally 2 years ago. And I could not, I mean, it took a minute for my brain to even calculate this. This is just from 2 years ago, okay? And it's about gas prices. Look at the gas prices from 2 years ago and look at them now. Okay, so this subscriber, she has some questions for the community. She said, I dry canned all of my all-purpose flour for the first time, and I'm wondering, how can I know if the seal took? I tried the spoon method, and one sounded different from the others, but my question is, how do I know if the one that sounded off is the one that didn't seal, or if possibly the one that sounded off is the one that sealed, but all the other ones didn't? Also, I have honey that I bought in a plastic container. I would like to transfer it into a glass jar, but the honey already hardened in the plastic container. Should I put the plastic container in a hot water to soften the honey? I don't like the idea of doing that because of the plastic container. So please answer her questions in the comment section for her, okay? And then this subscriber said this is how she saves money on her meats. So my cupcake girl, you guys know she is in California, right? And she said she was out and about a mile from her house, and there's a park. And as she turned the corner, there's all these homeless camps now at the park. And she's like, what the heck? These pictures don't even show how huge and widespread they are. They were in the park and in the parking lot, and it's absolutely huge. It made me so sad. So these just sprung up? Well, you know, we have such a huge homeless population here in Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. It's really sad. It really is. And I used to do a lot of work with the homeless community here, and it's really sad. And a lot of them are homeless veterans. You know, they have PTSD, things like that. But a lot of them, more than half of them, are actually homeless families with little ones. And you know, and our homeless population grew big time. You know, when this pandemic started, and you know, when the moratoriums ended and stuff like that, and people lost their jobs and whatnot. And you know, you have to feel for these people, especially the ones that, you know, they have little kids and stuff, you know, and they don't know what to do and where to go, and, you know, they can't go live with family and whatnot, you know, and it's really sad. It really, truly is sad. So this subscriber, she said, as we all know, canned cat food is almost impossible to find. Yeah, it's terrible. You know, it's a good thing I never started my guys on canned food. She said, 3 of my cats are seniors and rely on canned cat food. I have a 5-month supply for them, and Costco is now rationing dry cat food. Limit 1 bag per customer. And for the first time ever, the Kirkland Maintenance dry food is unavailable, and the other 2 brands are very low and probably be gone by this weekend. I have a 6-month supply. She said, I am grateful you have sounded the warning sirens on many topics. I love you. Why, I love you, sweetheart. She said, one last thing. I bought a radio from Amazon. It's called Running Snail. It can be charged by solar, hand crank, wall, or battery. It also has an SOS mode, flashlight, reading light, regular AM, FM radio, as well as emergency broadcast. You can even charge your phone. I love it. It's small and lightweight. I have one just like that too. It's a red one. It's a NOAA. So I will leave the link to the radio that I have. I'll leave that link in the description box below for you guys, okay? And she also said that please travel and shop in pairs. Yeah, it's becoming more and more important for this reason. You know, she said that this is a very sad and horrific story. A young woman, Naomi Ryan, was abducted while sitting in her car outside of Walmart waiting for a shuttle bus to take her to work. Over 2 weeks later, after the community and police searches, she was found in a remote area. She, a 41-year-old piece of shite who has been in the system since age 17, has been arrested and kidnapped for kidnapping and her demise. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's terrible. I'll keep her in my prayers. Her family. So before I go, this subscriber said, I thought I would email a picture of a piece of meat I purchased. I shouldn't be surprised by the prices anymore. I thought I'd share what a sale price for a skirt steak looks like here. From the DFW area of Texas. Wow, $20 for one piece of meat? Well, that's insane. Wow. All right. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fear less.